2024 might have given us fewer Taiwanese BL dramas compared to Thailand or Japan, but what we got was packed with everything we love: tears, laughter, representation, and even AI romance. Whether you were a long-time BL fan or just getting into it, Taiwan definitely delivered. Some series hit us right in the feels, while others not so much. Welcome back to BL Dramatic World. If you are new here, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and if you are as obsessed with BL as I am, hit that like button. Now let's talk about what worked, what missed, and which shows had us crying at 2 a.m. I could talk about this series all day and never get tired. It's hard for me to pinpoint exactly what I loved most about it, because while we have seen stories like this in BLs before, this one stood out in its own way. It gave me warmth and made me realize that love is truly the most powerful and precious thing you can hold in your life. This is one of those few series after finishing you would feel empty inside and longing for more. The chemistry and acting of the leads were so captivating that they hooked me instantly. Normally, I don't follow actors' personal lives, but I was so mesmerized by their performances that I wanted to know every little detail about them. The series follows Wei Chian, a young man who carries the heavy burden of supporting his family, even resorting to illegal work to make ends meet. His life takes a dramatic turn when Xiao Yuan, his adopted brother, confesses his romantic feelings, culminating in a kiss. Conflicted and disturbed, Wei Jian sends Xiao Yuan abroad to put some distance between them. However, the separation only deepens their unresolved emotions, forcing both to confront the true nature of their bond and question if they can transition from being brothers to lovers. This is one of those rare series where you can genuinely see the character development. The story follows Zixiang, a wealthy heir who has little interest in his family's business, and Xiaopeng, a deaf and mute man. At first, Zixiang hires Xiaopeng as his caregiver, planning to use him as a cover so he can escape without anyone noticing. But as they spend more time together, they grow closer in unexpected ways. What I loved most about this series is that at no point did the relationship feel forced. It was mature, genuine, and felt like it evolved naturally. The chemistry between Zixiang and Xiaopeng was beautifully subtle, and their bond developed in such a natural way. Of course, their budding romance wasn't without challenges, and those obstacles only made their connection more meaningful. The second couple in the series also had incredible chemistry, and their story was just as compelling. They brought their own set of dynamics and tension, making it even more engaging. And let's not forget the NC scenes. Both couples had incredibly hot and steamy moments that definitely kept things interesting. It's a series where both the emotional development and the chemistry were on point, making it one of the standout BLs of the year. It's honestly hard to put into words how I truly felt about this series. From the very first episode, I found myself subconsciously thinking about Birdie and Jiahan. If you have seen Your Name engraved herein, you'll definitely understand why I am drawing that comparison. The chemistry between the leads was undeniable, and I really enjoyed their acting. The cinematography, music, and dialogues were superb throughout the entire series. Up until episode 9, I was completely hooked, but after that, I found myself losing interest a bit, not because the show got boring, but because, having read the novel beforehand, I had a feeling of where the story was heading and how it was going to end. Patrick, why do you love making us cry every time? Seriously, I need the second season ASAP, and I want to see a complete resolution for them. The series follows two stepbrothers, Sheng Wang and Jiang Tian, and centers around their self-discovery and emotional awakening. A big part of the journey also involves Benny and Zhaozi, whose roles are crucial to Wang and Tian's development. I'm really hoping the second season will dive deeper into Benny and Zhaozi's relationship, because there's so much potential there that I can't wait to explore further. This isn't your typical BL series. It tackles a few topics that are rarely represented in mainstream media, focusing on contemporary issues related to relationships and commitment. The series follows three close friends: Bonnie, a confident single woman; Leslie, a committed gay man; and Joan, a carefree lesbian. Alongside them, the bar owner Mama plays a crucial role in the storyline. What I loved about this series is how it blends mature themes with comedy and humor so seamlessly. It strikes the perfect balance, keeping things lighthearted while still addressing deeper, more serious topics. However, be warned, there are quite a few NC scenes, so keep that in mind before you watch. Overall, I really enjoyed the series. It was refreshing and unique, and I'm eager to see how the relationships develop, and only wish they would make another season to continue the journey. This series is not for everyone. While it touches on romance, it primarily focuses on mental struggles and psychological issues. Despite having a strong storyline, it struggles to capture the attention of many due to its complex narrative. However, considering the low budget, the series does a commendable job in bringing such a deep and rarely explored story to life in the BL genre. The story follows Wan Zeong, a popular influencer who suddenly starts suffering from insomnia. As he embarks on a journey to uncover the cause of his condition, he meets five men who each play a significant role in helping him better understand himself. This series dared to ask, what if love crossed the boundaries of humanity and AI? This sci-fi follows the bond between Chu Yiping and Ever9, an experimental AI. While the concept is fascinating, opinions are divided. Some loved its originality while others thought it lacked depth. I love the concept of the series, but problem lies with execution. I didn't feel much chemistry between the leads, which was a big miss for me. At times, the story felt a bit confusing and certain scenes were unnecessarily dragged out, making the pacing feel slow and less impactful than it could have been. I was so excited for this one since I enjoyed Justice's earlier works. But honestly, this series didn't quite deliver. The leads did a good job, but the story felt predictable and didn't hold my interest. With music being such a central theme, I was expecting more, but I didn't really enjoy the soundtrack. The highlight for me was definitely the second lead. They had great chemistry and I wish they had more screen time. A spin-off for them would be amazing. And the surprise cameo from Moss and Bank was a nice touch. The story follows Neil, a former artist who develops stage fright after an accident and stops making music for 6 years. See, a young composer who idolizes Neil's brother is brought in to help Neil make a comeback. But with the two of them not getting along, can they create music together and maybe even find a spark in their personal lives? Honestly, this one is one of the most boring series from Taiwan for me. There were no chemistry between the leads, all the kisses seemed awkward and felt like there were no clear purpose of the series. This follows the story of Go Jing, a talented chef with a creative retro restaurant, opens his place whenever he pleases. One day he notices a boy named Liu Li, a gay-themed novelist who rents a room upstairs, always sitting in the quieter corner. Ko begins sending Liu a bowl of spicy beef noodles, becoming someone Liu confides in during a breakup. As their bond grows, Liu starts to realize that his fantasies may not align with reality. When this series was first announced, I was really hopeful because the story seemed interesting and fresh. Unfortunately, I was disappointed. I tried hard to finish it, but it just felt cringeworthy. The actors' performances were lacking and the kisses felt forced. The storyline was also very inconsistent. That's all for today, but I'd love to hear your thoughts. Do you agree with my rankings or do you have a different favorite? Drop your opinions in the comments below and let's talk about what makes these shows so special. See you in next video. Until then, be dramatic.